Hi, everybody, and welcome back to our show. We have the amazing opportunity to talk to Becky Dalton today, and we are so excited to have her. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
No, and I got Kirsten back.
Yeah, I know. You got to be back.
Yeah.
Oh, so many DMs. Where's your co-host? I'm like, guys, calm down. It's 2 interviews. Calm down. She has a job that she has a lot of time afterwards. I get off earlier.
Well, we made it work.
Yeah, we did.
We did it. Go team.
And we could not do it without the three of us. There's no possible way.
Nope. We all need to be here.
But there is one thing before we do anything else. Someone wants to say something. And I didn't bring this up pre-interview.
No.
But since they couldn't be here, a couple people have something to say to you.
Oh, dear.
Noah, tell Becky that we love her and we want her to star in every movie and that she should be like the biggest star in the world right now.
Especially because I love her.
That was Antonia, a vocal cameo. We got to run, guys. Have a good night.
Tony. Oh, that's so sweet. They're the best. I miss them so much.
When I asked them to say something to you, I wasn't expecting Tony because I've never heard her speak before. And I went, that's Tony.
It is Tony. She got the voice of an angel.
Oh, yeah. So my first question is, when we talked to Max one time, it was after you shot maybe Christmas by Design or something like that.
Yeah,
he came home afterwards and you were still on the couch with his wife drinking wine. What's your favorite wine?
Oh, that's such a good question. My all-time favorite wine is Santa Margherita Pinot Grigio. I do like a Pinot Grigio. I'm not the biggest red drinker, but yeah, a nice cold white. I throw some ice cubes in there. But I was drinking red with Tony that night, actually. I think we went through a bottle or two. We wrapped. It was celebration.
Yeah, when we talked to him before, he's like, she's just like always here. Like he was like, she'll just pop up and I'll be like, oh, hey, look who it is.
Yeah. Yeah, when I get to town, Tony's like, come over. I'm like, okay. Home away from home.
So I'm gonna let my co-host go with her first question, and we'll just go back and forth.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So my first one is, what got you interested in doing Hallmark? Like, did you know like a lot about the network before, or were you like a fan of it at all?
I mean, who doesn't know about the Hallmark network? Like everyone knows. I definitely knew all about it. It was a long time ago. It must have been like 12 years ago. I don't even remember when my first one was, but I think it was called The Perfect Christmas. And I played the sister. So I was, number 4 or something on the call sheet. And it was shooting north in Canada. And yeah, it was my first one. And I did the audition. I booked the part. And I thought, okay, this is cool. And it was almost like at that time, in the acting world, the Hallmarks and MOWs weren't quite such a big thing that they are now. Yeah. So I didn't really know what I was getting into. I don't even think I knew this was going to Hallmark at the time, but I knew it was a Christmas movie. And I knew that Hallmark made such magical Christmas movies. They were just so magical. And I just wanted to get on the set and see if it was like that in real life. And it honestly was. Like, it was winter. There was snow everywhere. And the whole process was so fun. It was 3 weeks, and you stay in a hotel. You go to your sets, but you're at the hotel with all the actors. You work together very closely for long periods, and you really get close so quickly. I don't know what it is about set, but people just get talking, and then you just talk about like the deepest things that you ever thought about, and and they're like, okay, we're ready for you. Like, okay. But I had the most amazing time. And I was like, I don't know what this MOW thing is, but it's awesome. Ever since then, I've kind of just kept going with it. And they are my favorite experiences that I have on screen.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we see that too as like viewers. You just like want to be in the movie. Like there's just so much that like is amazing about these movies. Always so heartfelt and the comedy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And they just, I don't know, they make it so fantastical in a way.
Yes.
Yeah, you
like
walk
it's
on
almost
set and you're like,
wow.
Yeah.
So that leads to my question. What's your favorite outfit you've ever worn in a film?
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
That is such a good question. I did Head Over Heels, and there was a look that was really fun. And I kind of posted about it and it was right when Barbie was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And it was this pink dress and they did my hair really straight. Like I had extensions in and it was like this whole style. And then I had to walk down the runway in these big pink shoes. And it was right at the time of Barbie. So I think it was just perfect that way. And I really enjoyed that outfit if I had to pick one off the top of my head.
No, that kind of leads into mine too about Head Over Heels. So I was thinking about this a little bit, and how did it feel like getting to like walk the runway? Did you like practice that walk, and did you like how did that go?
No, and I am not a model. I say when it comes to even doing headshots, like I have no idea how to pose for a camera. It's just I see people doing it and I'm like, okay, you just like this. And then I look at myself, I'm like, why am I so awkward? Like everyone looks so natural. So no, I did not. But Alex, she walked down. I don't know if you guys watched the movie. When she walked down that runway, it was fierce. And I was behind her and I was like, and I asked her, I was like, what do you do? And she's like, oh, you just gotta like swing your hips and then cross your feet. So she kind of taught me the whole thing. I still don't think I did a very good job.
No, when I was watching it, I was like, wow, they look like actual models walking a runway.
Oh
yes,
my gosh,
it was so
good. I was very nervous about that. I was like, I'm gonna trip and fall for sure.
No, you killed it.
Thank you.
And well, that's perfect. My next big question is about Alex. What was it like with her on set? I've talked to her a little bit, not on here, but what is she like as a person? I've talked to her and she's just such a sweetheart over text, and I just wonder, is she like that as a person?
I would say I honestly think I had the most fun with her than I've ever had. Her and I have the exact same sense of humor, and it's a little crazy and it's a little weird, and we just clicked. And from the first second that we met, I was very comfortable with her and she with me. We went out for drinks, we hung out all the time, and we laughed on set. I think there are some bloopers somewhere of just, her and I were bent over laughing. And I just remember our director Sam would be like, are you guys done? Because I just had so much fun. And when we wrapped, I mean, it really broke my heart. I miss her all the time. She's the best. I hope you can get an interview with her because she'll make you laugh. And she's wildly intelligent as well. Just extremely intelligent person. I learned a lot from her.
Her stories, oh my gosh, her Instagram stories, she might be a actress, but oh my gosh, she posts the most intellectual and interesting stuff. And I'm like, I've never seen anybody. Yeah. She's so smart and she knows what she wants, but she also knows all the boundaries. Yep. And if you don't have the same feeling as her, it's a level of just love there. She loves everybody.
She does. She absolutely does. And her and Olivier too. Olivier is also very intelligent, and the two of them would always talk about, I mean, like these books, these most obscure books, and from like the 1800s. Like, Becky, did you read this book? I'm like, I didn't read that book. And the two of them would just have the most in-depth conversations, and I wouldn't be a part of it, but I'd listen, and I'd be like, wow, you guys are next level. I can start reading.
No, did you want me to ask my last one about Head Over Heels?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so this kind of goes along with the whole theme of fashion again too. So did you get to bring any of like your own personal style to the movie with creating the heels? Like, did you have any say in that?
Honestly, no, I didn't. I know that they showed it to me and they wanted the pink, and I was actually pleasantly surprised when I saw them. They were really fun. I still don't even know how they did it. They just appeared one day and I was like, how did I make this shoe? I don't even understand how that happened. Yeah, but it was really cute. And then, you know, we had the whole pink thing going on. We talked about that. And there was like a Barbie element too.
Yeah.
So just kind of taking from what was going on at the time. But no, we had a really good wardrobe team, and they were great. Like they always collaborate with you and want to know what feels good, and anything I didn't ever like, they'd be like, you're not wearing that, you're not comfortable in it. So I've always felt really comfortable usually in wardrobe. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to move into a specific actor.
Okay.
You've worked with one actor a couple times, and most recently on Falling Like Snowflakes, Marcus Rosner.
Marcus Rosner, yes.
What is he like, and what was it like to work with him again after your first film?
We've actually worked together 3 times. We worked together on The Wedding Planners, and we were both in the same episode together. So that was the first time I met him. And my husband came to set, and his fiance at the time came to set. And so it was James and then his wife, Allie, and they sat behind the camera and just had the best time ever. It was really cute. And then Marcus and I got on really, really well. And we're like, oh, this is kind of fun. Like we're all really having a good time. So then he actually asked me to do one of the movies that he was making out in Edmonton. And I really wanted to work with him. And he worked with a director named Dylan, who's unbelievable. I absolutely love him. And I had the best time out there. I've never been to Edmonton before. It was very cold out there. But they have this little family out there, and the whole community really respects these guys and what they're trying to do and bringing, you know, the whole industry over to Alberta. And I just really respected what he did, and we had a really, really nice time together. And then actually that summer, Allie and Marcus came to our cottage up in Muskoka. So the 4 of us spent a few days together and just had the best time, just played a lot of Uno. And we're all very, very good friends. We actually have a group chat called Uno Champions, and we're always chatting here and there. But he's great.
That game can get very mean and ruin all sorts of just.
It can. If you can get through Uno together, then it's a strong bond.
That's right.
Yeah.
I just had a very interesting idea.
What's that?
We should have you, me, her, and Max all get together and play a game of Uno at some point and see who cracks first. Because I guarantee you, I know who's going to either just
probably
make a face or something. No, I have a feeling that it would be Max.
So true. So true. Of course it would be Max.
Yeah, it would definitely be Max.
It would definitely be Max. You're right.
I mean, come on. So, with Falling Like Snowflakes, I think that my co-host has a few things she wants to ask about that film, right?
Yeah, I do have a question about that film. So in that, did you have to become like a snowflake expert to learn up on like all those facts for the movie?
It's a really, really good question. And I'm so glad you asked this, because I read the script and I remember just being like, is this true?
Yeah, I know. I was so like interested in like learning about all that stuff in the movie that I didn't know.
Yeah, no, I told my husband, I'm like, is this, I showed him the script. I was like, is this real? And he goes, I mean, I think so. So I started Googling and I'm like, oh my God, there is a world of snowflakes I didn't know about. And when I got to set and they had all those photos, those are real photos of snowflakes. And I would just sit and stare at these snowflakes. And Max would be like, Becky. I'm like, what? They're so beautiful. But I absolutely had to read up on them and also how to pronounce them, the stellar dendrites. And we were all mixing up the words. But no, there really was a cool element of that I felt like I had to research it and really get to know it, and also learn how to take photos of snowflakes, which is like an art. So that was really interesting, and that's kind of my favorite part about making that movie.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite elements with it.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
With the scouting, oh my gosh, the scouting for a film can be the most excruciating thing ever.
Yes.
You guys got lucky because there was actual snow on the ground when shooting this particular film. That doesn't happen all the time, especially up in Canada where it could be freezing or it can be 98 degrees.
Yep.
What was it like to actually shoot a Christmas-based film with actual snow in the cold as opposed to a 95-degree heat wave?
Noah, I can't begin to tell you how cold it was. One of the days, it was the scene when Marcus drove in on the snow plow, and I was standing outside my car, and he was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I was like, "No, nothing. How's the weather up there? Do you guys remember that?" And the wind is blowing. You guys have no idea. I wish people knew the behind the scenes, because I would stand there, and the second I said my last line, I dove into the car and shut the door, and it was on and it had heat. And Marcus and I, we couldn't move our mouths. So we had to like put our faces in front of the vents in the car to warm our mouths, because they freeze and you can't move your lips. So this was an exception. It was very, very cold, and I am always cold. I don't do well in cold. I would much rather do a Christmas movie in the heat with like winter coats and stuff. A lot of people don't prefer that. They don't like being hot, but I'm just, when it comes to cold, I'm such a baby. I had heat packs. You know those hot,
like the hand warmer, like
yeah, I had them stuck all over my body, and when I would get out of all my wardrobe, I had like red marks from all the heat packs, just to try to keep warm there. But oh my gosh, the crew is amazing. Like they had heating pads that they would bring to me, and hot tea, and it was I struggle. It was like minus 40 Celsius, so I don't know what that is Fahrenheit. That's like minus 20 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was a little bit much.
And you had a lot of outdoor scenes in that movie too.
So many. Yeah, one of those things. I was like, Max, please don't do this to me. He's like, I know, I really tried, but like it's a very outdoor movie. Can't we take pictures of snowflakes inside?
It's all his fault. It snowed because he called for it.
He did.
No.
It's all Max's fault. He was the best though. He's so great with that stuff. Like he's always checking on his actors, making sure, and he made sure that we were warm and had somewhere to go. And he's the best when it comes to that. Like he's always on top of it.
Well, with his films, there's one celebrity everybody loves to talk about.
Which one?
It is it Tony's mom who cooks all the meals, a big rat meal?
Oh my gosh.
What are those like in person? Because every single thing he says, your mouth just waters and you're like,
oh, I've never actually had one of her meals, but she came to set and she brought homemade focaccia bread. And like, I like focaccia. Like, I really like it and whatever. But this came in, I don't know what focaccia is. I didn't until I had that. It's like, oh, that's what that is. I'm probably not even saying it right. But yeah, she is an exquisite cook and just the best energy. She comes on set and I was like so happy to see her. She's so fun. And her and Max have the cutest relationship. I love it.
She's her own celebrity. Every single interview.
Every time he's talked about it and like how amazing the food is and how everyone just loves it.
Oh yeah, we love it. And she's always in every movie somewhere.
Yeah. Yes, I love
play a game where you just spot her and all.
Yeah. We should keep track.
Well, we'll have to watch.
Yeah.
Very, very soon. He's shooting one soon, so we'll have to see where she is.
That's
and
right.
What I think should happen is that you should have a scene with her.
Yes.
I would love that. I would love that. I know Tony was in one and I would wink at her when I would walk away in the scene and be like, hey. She was there. It's always fun having them come to set.
What is your favorite set you've ever been on?
Oh my goodness. Wow. Really good question. You know, it's funny. I was thinking about just talking about the very first movie that I did. It was this farmhouse way up in the country, and it was winter and there was snow everywhere, and we all just were in this house for like a whole week. And there was something about, we just got to know the house, and it was so pretty and it was so festive. And I just thinking about it earlier, I was like, I really loved that set. I loved that we were all there for a whole week working and getting to know it. And I don't know, it became like this homey place to us. And then I did the Love Club, but that doesn't come out till February, so you won't see those. But we had some fun ones, and
I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, all the girls having us all together was just so much fun. So anywhere they were, it was a great set.
And my last question before I lead into her. Yes. We looked up a few things that you had maybe coming out, and I would like to ask, who are your other 3 women in the Love Club films? We've seen some rumors, but who are the other leads in those films, if you can say?
Yeah, it's Ashley Newbro, Janelle Williams, and Nazneen Contractors. So they are amazing. That's the first time that I've done, it's always a girl and a boy, right? That's how these movies are. So the number 1, number 2. So I've met so many men in the industry, but so few of the leading ladies. And then suddenly we're doing this movie where we're all together. And it's intimidating. Like, I think the first one I saw, I was like, oh, like, I hope we all like each other, and I hope, we all get along. And it was just this understanding I think we all had right from the get-go, was just like, we are going to make this the best experience. And we became best friends so quickly. Like, it was such an amazing experience.
And you and Ash just did like a girls' weekend very recently, isn't that right?
Yeah, she drove down from Canada to Indianapolis to spend a few days with me, and we had a very basic girl weekend. We got pumpkin spice lattes, and we walked through the leaves, and we went to antique shops, and it was amazing. We had so much fun. But yeah, her and I definitely clicked very well. She's become a best friend of mine in the past just a year, I guess.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And that leads into Kirsten's.
Okay. So I did have a similar one too, about like your favorite location, which we kind of like touched on.
Yeah.
What was it like also getting to work with Corey Sevier?
Oh, Corey, I love Corey. Oh my gosh, how many? I think I've done 3 with him now.
I think
yeah,
so.
It was like you've done quite a few with him.
Yeah, and then he's actually, I don't know what I'm allowed to say. But
we can hint. You might be working together again soon.
Yes, there might be. There's 2 that we know of, and there might be a 3rd. But he and I have so much fun. We just laugh our way through work. And we did a movie out in Newfoundland, the dog one that we did. Yes. And his wife came out, my husband came out. We all had like a 5-hour-long dinner together. And, I love his wife, Kate. She's amazing. Her and I actually keep in touch a lot. And again, he's just the salt of the earth. I hope you can get an interview with him. He's just the best guy.
I'm so excited because I'm going to Christmas Con, and they just announced that he's going to be
there. I saw that today.
I was like thrilled when I saw that he got added.
Oh my gosh, tell him I say hi when you see him.
I saw that news, and I'm like, 2 minutes ago, breaking news. What's going on? I'm like, Kirsten has to know this, because that's her zone.
Yes.
That's her thing, is Christmas Con.
And he will not disappoint. He is the best.
Awesome.
He's hilarious. And you're going to love him.
Yeah. We need you to go to fan events too.
I know. I've got to go to one. I'll get on that, guys. I promise.
Well, there's the cruise. I mean, there's the Hallmark cruise coming up. So
that looks. Are they not on it right now? What did I see?
They're
doing the cruise right now.
Yeah, that's what I thought I saw. It looked wild.
Yeah,
it looked fun.
Well, I mean, Jonathan anything that Jonathan is a part of. Come on, Jonathan Bennett. Oh my gosh.
Big star, yeah.
He is a can of just a energy drink, all bundled up into a human, a whole 12-pack, and he lets it go every single place. And I love
surfing.
Crowd surfing.
I saw that. Did you see that video? He was crowd surfing along the whole ship.
Amazing. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
And his husband is in it. He's watching and he's like,
of course, right? Yeah, it's just like, yep.
he has a red cup, and he's like, "That's my husband."
Yeah, that's him. Can't stop him. Can't let him live.
But my next question is, who are some of the stars that you would love to make a film with that you haven't yet? Is it a Andrew Walker? Is it a Mr. Hines? Is it a Lacey? Who would you like to make a film with in the Hallmark world?
You know, I actually would love to make a film with Cindy Busby.
Yes.
I have never worked with her, or Natalie Hall, because Natalie Hall was always Max's favorite, and I was always really jealous of that. So I now want to put my jealousy towards us becoming best friends. But we follow each other on Instagram, but I've never actually met her or Cindy. But my friend Ashley Newbro is working with with Cindy now and with Natalie. And she's just said the best things about them. And I'm just kind of in a place where I'm like, I want to work with the women. I worked with a lot of the men, and now I want to work with the women. And we have so much fun. And I think the audience really, really loves that, the camaraderie.
I love like all of these like new series that they've been doing. It's so nice to see like the girls actually get a chance to like be together too and see how they interact with each other.
Because it's important, right? That aspect of womanhood and the friendship, like, you know, you see what's going on with the romance, but you want to know what they're thinking. If you want to know what they're thinking, you got to get the girl time in there.
And that's what us guys really want to know. What are you girls thinking? Because we don't know.
What are you talking about?
One little look, and you're like, what the heck did I just do? What did I say? Because we don't know.
Oh yeah,
and
there's a whole conversation. Just one look, and it's a whole conversation.
And this new series is it's amazing. These first 3 films have been great, and Ashley's new film, there's one scene in it. Oh my gosh!
Which one?
They peek around that is it a tree or a wall? Yeah, that look. And I'm like,
so funny. Yeah, they hit the comedy on that perfectly. I'm so excited. I was actually going to watch it right after this. I'm like, Wild Friday night. I need to catch up on those. So.
Yeah, I have to catch up on them too.
Yeah, I'm so excited. They're all so talented.
Well, when you meet Miss Cindy Busby, oh my God, she's a dream.
Yeah,
she's
that's what
amazing.
I heard. I'm excited.
Yeah.
And Natalie, we've talked to her over a text message. We were supposed to get her, but she was preparing for her new film, and she couldn't really do that.
It's a lot.
But we have her locked on for next time. Amazing. So I wanted to ask you this.
Yes.
When I have her on, would you want to come back on and meet her part of like a virtual?
Sure. Sure, why not? That would be fun.
And then we see who Max's real favorite is.
Max knows all about this. He knows my jealousy with his love for Natalie. So does Tony. I'm always just like, so you guys seen Natalie around a lot lately?
But I feel like you, Natalie, and Cindy could play sisters together. Like,
I would love
that would be amazing.
Yeah, and I hear Cindy's really big on comedy, and that's what I'm really big on too. It's really important to me, and I want to work with. I mean, all the women I work with are very hilarious and really know how to play comedy, but it would be fun to see what she's made of.
She has the best jokes, and she is the sweetest thing.
Yes.
Amazing. I love it.
And one thing that we all have in common, we are dog lovers, and she loves Suze so much.
Gosh, her dog Suze is the cutest.
Oh, really?
Suze is her own celebrity.
Yes. Yes. Because when
right.
she went to Christmas Con, everyone wanted a photo with Suze. And they're like, can we get a photo with Suze? We just love her.
That's the best. Of course. Dogs are the best.
Come on.
Yeah.
We got a dog in May, and it was probably not the right thing to do, but because they are so much work, but I just love them so much.
Yeah.
They're our kids.
Yeah, my boy, he's a year and a half now.
Yeah.
We got him when he was about 4 months old.
Oh.
So he just remembered the cold.
Yeah.
When he was a puppy, he loved the snow. He loved that snow. Today he went outside. It was raining, it was windy, and it was cold. He walked outside, went right back to the door, and he goes, "I want in."
Yeah, absolutely.
And I went, yes, sir.
That's fair.
Go in.
That's fair. I have a Bernedoodle, so he's part Bernese, and he just like sits in the snow. He's just like won't move.
Mhm.
My other little one, she likes it, I guess, but her little feet get cold, and she's like puts her paws up. I wish I could show you them, but they're both passed out. I can't believe it. I was expecting them to be all over me, but of course not.
You saw one right behind you. Just
I saw.
Oh, did you?
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't even notice.
Adorable. Well, we're like dogs.
Yes.
Dogs in the room.
Yeah. Oh. Hi, boy. Come here. Come say hi. Come up here. Come up. Oh. There we go.
Oh my
There you
God.
go.
My goodness. Hi.
He's 9 months old. He's a big boy.
Yeah.
But he's a good boy. We like him.
My neighbor has a golden doodle, and it kind of looks like him too. And so
yeah,
cute.
he's got the golden color, so he's not the the tri-color.
Yeah.
But he's a good boy. Thank you for saying hello. Thank you. I have another little one, but she's older and she's sleeping. She's kind of like a cat.
Yeah, those older dogs. Oh my goodness, my grandma's dog.
Yeah.
Won't wake up for anything.
No.
Except for 2 things. I walk in the house, or there's chicken there.
Chicken, yeah, exactly. It's food or yeah. She'll. I'm so jealous of her sleeping. I wish I could sleep like that.
Nice. We feel that. I mean, the older we get, we just cherish our sleep because my God,
I love it. I love sleep. I might go to bed at 9:30 tonight. I might do it.
Well, I was like, why is everybody out so late? And then I look at the clock and I'm like, it's 8:30. Why are they at the bars? I mean, there's stuff to do at home, like curl up in a blanket.
Yeah.
Watch a Hallmark movie. I mean, there's plenty on Hallmark Plus. Plug, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Exactly. No, I'm with you. And then it gets dark so early now, and it's so by 9 o'clock. I'm like, I've been awake for ever in the dark. I gotta go to sleep.
That's right.
Yeah. So what else you got for me?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of like asked like a lot of mine that I had.
Yeah, no.
Let me think of one. What would be like your dream movie to shoot? Like besides like with the girls, like where would your location be? And like what like storyline would you want?
Oh, okay. I would like a movie in London or Germany, like the Christmas markets.
Yes,
I want it based in one of those Christmas. It was the German one or the London one, and I want it to all be at that time. I want it to be at Christmas time, and just have a beautiful love story. And that would be super fun.
Oh my gosh, yes. I totally agree. The Christmas markets are just so beautiful and
they're so pretty. Yes. And any time to spend in Europe would be great. I actually haven't spent a lot of time there in my life. So any excuse and if I'm working, do it. Exactly. I'm in. Sign me up.
And when do we go, Kirsten? When do we go with her? We could be like
like my publicists.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
We'll make it work. Yeah. We'll get Max on it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Tony can come.
Yep.
Tony loves Europe.
Yeah.
Perfect. Love it. Guys, great.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
like
come
I just
on.
need to be on set of a Hallmark movie and like see like everything that happens.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to come hang out.
We're trying to. We've been told by many people. Oh my gosh, was it Jason who said we should have been on his scouting for Christmas movie?
Jason Bork.
Oh my God,
Come. You guys would love it.
Oh.
It's really fun. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Well, we need to shoot one in one of our areas, so we can just do a driving distance because it's always in Canada.
I've always wondered why they haven't done one like near where I live in Bethlehem, because they call it the Christmas city, like of USA.
I've been there, and it's so true. Pennsylvania. I shot a movie that was set in Pennsylvania, but we didn't actually shoot in Pennsylvania. And I thought, well, we should. And there's also a town, I don't know if you know Zionsville in Indianapolis.
Yes.
But Ashley came, we walked around there and she's like, why haven't we shot a Christmas movie here? It's like the perfect little town. So yeah, maybe that's next. Maybe I'm going to have to make my own movie and bring it down here.
Yeah. And they actually even have like a Christmas market, like in Bethlehem, Chris Kindle Mart. That's kind of like the markets that they have in Europe. And it's so amazing. And Wes Brown actually went there for his new show that's coming out on Hallmark Plus.
No way.
They promote it because they had it as like one of like the best places to like stop by to see like all the Christmas stuff.
Well, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So waiting for that episode to come out to see what they say about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. It's a beautiful town. Yeah.
And oh my gosh, she was so heartbroken when she found out he filmed there because it's so close. And she was like, I was this close. This close to being in a show.
I should have warned you.
I know.
Where was the warning?
Yeah, come on, Wes. No.
Right? A little heads up for the fans. Come on.
So for your film overseas, who would you pick as your leading man if you had to choose?
I would say, I'd have to say Coyer Marcus because I love their wives. I love when they're around. So it makes the party that much better, I'll bring James and we can all be in Europe. It'll be in Europe. We just will work some of the time. So yeah, they trump it a little bit with the really cool wives.
You could do a what's that word? A triple threat film.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love story, maybe like a trilogy.
It's so true.
Yeah.
And Corey's wife, Kate, is an incredible writer, and she writes some Hallmark movies. And Marcus's wife is an incredible producer. So I feel like we could just make this movie ourselves.
Come on.
We Hallmark on board.
Of course.
Yeah.
We have I think that Kirsten might make a good AD. That'd be
hey, that's a hard job.
Oh, man.
I hope that you don't need a lot of sleep.
She doesn't get a lot now as a teacher, but
definitely. Yes.
My first year teaching, yeah. So
what grade?
I'm teaching first grade.
Oh my goodness. You have your hands full. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so then you might be able to handle it. It's like wrangling a bunch of first graders.
Well, my job is that every single day. I work in shoes, so I deal with a lot of grown adults who act like first graders.
Yeah, that happens.
But why is this shoe $70? Because that's what the price says.
That's the price of the shoe.
That's the price of it. I don't price them. I just sell them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's totally fair. You don't. Yeah, there's no bargaining here.
Well, one guy he spoke no English, and he only spoke one word, and it was hello.
Okay, that doesn't.
Hello.
Yeah.
And I went okay. I walk up to him, and I found out he only speaks Spanish.
Okay.
And I walk up to him. I don't know this at the time. I ask him, "What size do you need?" The whole time he was in there, my name was Ocho.
Cool.
Ocho.
Oh, that's cool.
And I went, why is someone screaming Ocho? I'm in the other aisle with the old lady, and all I hear is Ocho, and I'm like, sir, what can I help you with?
It's not even close to your name, actually.
Ocho? My name is not 8. My God.
I was gonna say, isn't that a number?
Yeah, Ocho 8, right?
He was screaming Ocho, and I'm like, sir.
Oh wait, was he a size 8?
I was about to say that. Was that his shoe size?
I'm like, Ocho. He took me over, and he acted like I was a first grader, and he goes, Ocho. He takes that shoebox, and he takes his finger, and he goes, Ocho. And I went, oh, okay. Now you're talking some plain English a little bit
somewhere.
compared to screaming Ocho at me 75 times.
Yeah, no, that would be hard. I would not know what to do with that. No. I was like, I swear I've heard the word Ocho, but okay, now we know. Look, we all learned something though. We now know 8 in Spanish.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you, sir.
And thanks for screaming at me. No.
Yeah. Hey, maybe you needed it.
Well, I mean, I work sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes we all need to be just yelled at, you know? Gets us going.
Come on. So let's move away from your films and let's move into your fun trips. You just went on a vacation to Abu Dhabi, right?
Singapore.
What was that like over there?
I did my layover in Abu Dhabi, actually. So that might have been what you saw. So yeah, I've actually been to Singapore 4 times now. My very best friend, we've been friends since we were 4 years old. She moved out there 7 years ago with her husband, and she's since had a baby who is now our goddaughter. And my husband and I went out there for the first time right before our honeymoon in the Maldives. So we went there for, I think, only 5 days. Had the best time. And then since then, it's been 6 years. We've been 4 times. And we absolutely love it. I love it there. And so does my husband. So we just have the best time. It's such a small place, but there's so much to see and so much to do. Other than it being excruciatingly humid and hot, once you get used to that, it's incredible. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of fun.
And speaking of your husband,
yes,
he's a race car driver. Would you ever want to attempt that, or have you been in there with him during one drive?
No, so he drives an Indy car is only a 1-seater, but there are 2-seater drives, which Mario Andretti took me around the Indy 500 track, and that was absurd. You don't even go as fast as they go in the race, and I was shocked. I had no idea. I've watched it, but to be in it, it was horrifying. These guys, there's something wrong with them that they want to do this for a living. It's when I got out, I was like, I wish I did not know that that's what he did. But he's since retired from IndyCar, at least for now. But I've never driven with him in a race car. I've sat in his race car before, which was really cool. And then we actually have this simulator in our basement, and it's really cool. It's it's a seat, and then there's 3 big screens, and you can actually set up a car to drive exactly like all different kinds of race cars. Yeah. So you can drive on tracks, and James can actually really get a feel for a track that he's going to drive on the following week. Yeah. So I did a lot of ovals on that in an Indy car, and I did pretty well. Right. And I kind of think I missed my calling. I went into acting, but I maybe could have been a race car driver.
There's always a chance that we could do a Indy Hallmark film.
I've talked to quite a few people about this. It's semi in the works. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you. It would be really fun.
Yeah, that would be neat to see because they haven't done anything like that.
Yeah, I know someone wanted to do our our story, how I met my husband and how it all came to be, because I was his prom date, and then we didn't see each other for 12 years, and then he got into a really bad accident on the Indy 500 track, and that's how we reconnected. So it's a whole story there.
And when he finally asked you to be his wife, that post I see everywhere is the best. Your face just like,
how did this happen?
How did this happen?
Yeah.
And his face is just like,
I didn't think she'd say yes.
Yeah. that went viral. What was that like to go that big over just a simple post?
It was, well, we did a couple of smiley nice ones, and we're just not that way. We don't take ourselves very seriously at all, James and I. So we looked at these photos, we're like, this just feels, I don't know. It was just not us. And we just took the photo as a complete joke.
Mm-hmm.
And then, later on that evening, we were like, okay, what are we posting? And we just like, let's do this one. Like, let's just mix it up a little bit. And yeah, I don't think we expected to get I guess it was just something different. We put a negative spin on a beautiful moment.
Look at my love life.
Yes, exactly.
And it's been all uphill from there. I mean, it's
yes.
Well, I mean, you have to have a little bit of fun. This life is way too short.
Yeah.
And you can't take yourself too seriously whatsoever.
Well said. That is kind of how we live our life. We live it in the fast lane.
Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah.
James is going to kill me for that
one. And clipped and tagged.
Yeah. Perfect.
So, what is some of your favorite films of all time?
The Wizard of Oz is my all-time favorite. Still to this day, I absolutely love it. I don't know what it is. I think it's also why I love Hallmark movies too, is because you're kind of transported into this beautiful fantasy land, and I don't know. That's how you want to escape when you watch a movie, in my opinion. So that's definitely one of my all-time favorites. And I love a lot of Woody Allen movies. I like Catch Me If You Can, actually, a lot. And, the Titanic.
Yeah.
I really love that movie. Yep. And I'm due to watch it. It's been a few years. So I was just telling James that the other day. I was like, I got to watch that movie again. It's been like 3 years. So
yeah.
And what about for the Christmas movies? I had one person just last week scream at me because I didn't ask what their favorite holiday films were, and I didn't know that was a question that I was supposed to ask. So
that's a good question. That is a very good question. I have I would have to. Can I give 3?
Yeah.
It'd be really hard. I think Love Actually. Elf. I think Elf.
Oh my gosh! Wait, I have.
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing. I love it. Yeah, it's so funny, and it's such a good movie. And then Home Alone, the one where he goes to New York.
Lost in New York. That's my absolute favorite.
I love that one. And the plaza and the all the room service. It's so funny. Yeah. I'd have to say those 3 are probably the top.
Every single year that hotel hates it because that was their actual phone number. And when that movie came out, everybody called.
Yep.
And I was like 7 and I wonder. So I grabbed the phone and I popped that phone number in, and it was the Plaza Hotel. I went,
no. Is that when they changed everything to 5555555?
Yeah.
Is that what had happened? Yep. Because now that's what everything is.
Oh, it's the best. And one kid at my work was the cutest little thing. Oh my God. He was 6. And he watched what's that blue dog show?
Oh, Bluey?
Yeah.
Oh, Bluey, yeah.
And one ad, he got so angry with a short ad, and then he got so excited over a presidential ad, and all he said was, "Mommy, man from Home Alone 2," and I went,
wow.
That is not the thing I was expecting you to say.
No.
Mommy, man from Home Alone 2.
Wow, that's interesting.
And his mom said, she goes, "What?"
Yeah.
And then it took me a minute. I'm like,
yeah. He's super in that movie.
She goes, oh, he watches that every night, at least 2 or 3 times. And I went, okay, so that's why he knows who he is. Okay.
You can't miss that hair. So
yeah. But at that moment in time, 3 weeks before the election, I was not expecting to hear that. I was about to say,
it's kind of refreshing though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Refreshing take.
Down the hall and to the left.
Yes.
But that kid, I think about that kid a lot. He is the greatest. Just pure. He doesn't know how the world is yet, and it's just Man from Home Alone 2. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That's heartwarming.
It is heartwarming. You don't know what you're in for, but it is heartwarming.
Yeah.
Life is a lot more complicated.
Yeah, life is just a lot more than
it is.
That.
It's Home Alone.
Yeah, but at 6, I mean.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Oh.
What a sweetheart.
Yeah.
So, moving into some of your other favorites. We've talked about movies and wine.
Yes.
But when your husband is home, do you have a specific show that you both have to watch as a couple? What's that one thing that you don't watch apart?
Yes, most. I tried, we spend a lot of time apart because I'm shooting movies and he's on the road with all the races, and I'll start a show and he'll be like, well, would I have liked that show? And I'm like, I think so, actually. I didn't think you would, but now that I'm watching it, and he's like, well, why'd you start it without me? I'm not gonna have anything to watch. So then I started watching Love is Blind and all these shows that I know that he would not want to watch. Mm-hmm. And I watch those kind of things when I'm by myself. But right now, she's hungry. Come here. Right now, we're watching Shrinking together and Lioness and the new one, Landman. That's the new Taylor Sheridan one. So they've come out with 2. So that's what we're watching together right now. It seems like a lot, but they're coming out weekly now. Mm-hmm. So you can't binge them the same way you used to.
Yeah, I know. I'm like always like, why can't we binge them anymore?
We're always waiting. We're like, is it Wednesday? Is it Friday?
I know.
Exactly.
Yeah. So he gets home on Sunday and we'll be able to watch like all 3, which is kind of exciting.
Oh, exciting.
Big movie day, big TV day.
Oh, yeah. And for our last question, but right before that, do you have anything that you would like to ask us?
What are your favorite Christmas movies?
Oh, okay. Home Alone is definitely my number 1 favorite.
Love it.
And I do love Elf. That's my other one.
Of course, you have the water bottle.
No, you probably know what it's called too. The one with Jack Black, and then they go over to London.
Holiday.
The Holiday.
Okay.
I love them. I love any like Nancy Meyer film.
Yeah.
Like Father the Bride is like one of my all-time favorite movies.
The best. Growing up, that was my favorite movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Martin Short. Oh,
yeah.
My gosh.
And The Holidays Mary. I almost said that one, and then Love Actually popped into my head, and I was like,
yeah.
Very good choices. How about you, Noah?
Now I have to be different. I can't say Elf and Home Alone because those are so cliche. Let's go with one I just watched on was it Netflix? Was Hot Frosty. That was so cute.
That was a cute one. Mm-hmm. Yes, and I love those actors too.
Oh,
yeah.
That movie, I was like, a Hallmarky take on Frosty. How is this gonna work?
Yeah.
But then Russell, that writer, he is the smartest guy I have ever met. He knows how to take the dumbest scenes and make them so intellectual and funny.
Yeah, and he had a great. The cast on that movie was amazing. I think people kept coming in. I was like, "What?" It was great. Yeah, that was a really fun one.
And then I'll throw in A Christmas Story.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Well, another one too, Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh my gosh, classic. Yes. That's
Give me a trouble, man.
I actually really liked Love Hard with Nina Dobrev.
Oh,
Yes.
I love that one.
That was a
Yes,
really good
that
one.
was good and that was funny.
Yeah, that was a solid one. I did like that one. We could go on all night naming all the good ones.
I know.
And my final one, this is my one I wrap my Christmas presents to, Christmas Vacation. I put that on.
Don't forget Christmas Vacation. Yes.
Yes, you have to get those movies in there for sure.
Instant classic.
Absolutely.
Multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
So funny. Those are all great ones. Okay, we've listed some good ones. Although I happen to know that Falling Snowflakes wasn't on either.
Yes, that should be on this too.
Well, let's be honest here. We didn't really say Hallmark Christmas.
We did not. Oh, we didn't. You said not Hallmark, so that's okay. That's fair. I'll let this one slide. You guys are in the clear.
But is there anything else that you would like to ask us?
No, I think we've covered everything, guys. It was so nice to meet you and finally have this chat. I've been looking forward to it. I know we were back and forth, but I'm glad we got it to work.
And finally,
yes,
would you ever want to come on again when you have a new film out, whether it's with a Max or a Cindy or your Love Club film when that comes out?
Absolutely. When the Love Club comes out, we'll do something fun. But yeah, I'd love to talk to you guys again. That would be great. Yeah. This was so fun.
And as always, guys, like and subscribe if you're new. I am Noah Kaser. You find me here pretty much every single week. But you guys keep asking for more of these podcasts. I'm putting in the work. I'm asking, and we're making it work. But where can we find Kirsten on everything?
So you can find me on my Instagram account. It's Kirst_Hendershot. And then I also have one with Amanda that we haven't been on that much. So I would say probably just stick to my regular one.
And Becky, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Becky J Hinge. And that's pretty much all I use, honestly. So that's the only place you should go.
And you can find me everywhere. I mean, I'm literally everywhere. We have my Instagram page, our Instagram page. I have our TikTok. That's a lot of work, but I wouldn't do it for anything else in the world. This is our passion. We love this. We love all you stars, and you guys are literally the nicest people we've ever met in our entire lives. Every single one of you.
Hey, back at you. This was fun. I had a great time.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for watching. And as always, keep your heart full of Hallmark.